Okay, the transits for this next week. So August, today we've got August 16th, and we see the sun nearing its last little part going through Leo. You know, it's got a few more degrees to go, but it just finished being in opposition to Saturn. So it just went over opposing things. And what's one of the interesting things about Saturn and this, where the Leo is and then the rulership, we know, how do I say this? Traditionally, let's look down here at Saturn. Traditionally, you know, Saturn rules Capricorn, but then, you know, it also rules Aquarius. So opposite of Aquarius, you know, or opposite of a sign is it's when it's in its detriment. So here we have opposite of, you know, we already know opposite of Capricorn is Cancer, but then if we go opposite of Aquarius, we would have Leo. So the sun for like 2 months out of the year is kind of, you know, opposing the being in the detriment of Saturn, as it's kind of weird. Okay. Anyway, that's interesting. So anyway, Saturn was there, you know, and you know, it rules the sun, but then it's in its sort of that Saturn was over kind of like souring a little bit. I don't want to say souring, maybe sobering. That's a better word, because at this time there's been both ways. There's been a lot of different information come out on a lot of levels. Definitely sobering on all fronts. I would say that for sure. All right, so that is big. Let me just get to the animate. There we go. And I think you can still see it. Let me just let me click ahead a little bit. If you should see that, I'm going. Okay, that was a month. You should say it should say September 16th. If that doesn't say that, let me know.
Gary, it did not change. It's stuck on the August 16th.
All right. All right. So how about now? Does it say the 16th?
16th.
Okay. Let me try days. And if I do it this way, how about now? Does it say 17?
No, and I don't even have the chart that you normally have on the right side of the page where you change for days, hours. It's not even there. It's a different chart. Or menu, I guess is word. There you go. That's the menu that changes it. Now I've got the 17th up.
Okay, now how about there? Do you see the 18th?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to go with it while it's behaving. All right, so let me just go back. There it was. It was, when was that? Saturday. Saturday is when it was exact. And then right around the same time, you see Venus just also, you know, a couple days before went into Leo. So that's going to add that emphasis to the sun. It's going to want to talk about and share and be like, you know, roar, I want this, and, you know, I'm going to shine about this. So that's kind of cool. It's reinforcing that. But what is interesting, let's see here. 17th. And 18th, 19th, right around. Okay, the moon. Okay, the moon. Interesting. Now the moon here from the 17th, you know, from tomorrow, you know, the moon goes into Taurus, and then it goes over the North Node, Uranus, and Mars. So that's very interesting about things. Note things about the earth, you know, or earthy feelings or being grounded. But now one interesting thing. So once the moon moves over Mars, you know, it moves into the next sign, then Mars also moves in the next sign. Mars moves into Gemini, and Mars is going to be in Gemini for the next 7 months. Yes. You know, it's going to go, wow, it must be doing its retrograde. You know, it's going to be doing its retrograde in Gemini. So Mars in Gemini, what could that mean? We have aggression, we have drive, we have caustic ideas, speech, communication, caustic speech, aggressive speech, arrogant speech, driving speech, run all those over, aggressive communication, forceful communication, pushy communication, forceful ideas. Yeah, for the next 7 months. So watch that with yourself and watch that with others, because that's definitely, it's interesting to really zero in on the sign of that Mars retrogrades, and this is going to be the whole one. So let's just look at this by the months. So just so you see it as an overview. All right, so here we are, August 20th, September 20th. It's here and halfway through that sign. And then here in October 20th, it's at 24 degrees. And then it's sometime between the end of October and end of November, it's gone retrograde, and there's that 22. And December, where is it? It's at 11. It's over here. And January, the end of January, it's direct now. It's at 8 degrees. And 16 by February. And end of March, it's at 27. And then it would just be, several days or so before it marches out of there and into Cancer, which will be very interesting. So just look at this real quick, peek ahead. Take a peek ahead. Look at all this lineup here now. Look at Pluto. Pluto's almost at the end of Capricorn by then. Just note, you can't peek under the rug without really looking at what's under it. It's at almost the very end. It's about to switch signs. Whoa. But it's not yet. But Saturn has moved into the next sign. And look at this, like at this day, look at the lineup, with the moon over here in Pisces. We got this lineup here, Neptune, the sun would have just went over Neptune. The sun is getting ready to go by Mercury in Aries. And then we, have Jupiter had already retrograded and has gone halfway through the sign of Aries. Venus had just gone through Aries and is into Taurus, about ready to go over the North Node, which would be kind of nice. Venus over the North Node, and then Venus over Uranus. So there is some kind of interesting foreshadowing, just, when it's turning back around. It's leading the pack though. Mars is, is ahead of the whole group. So it kind of, it does its Dido, everything goes around, and then it's, it's still staying over here. So it's about to be lapped by stuff, but then it'll gain momentum and move ahead. But let me just show you as this moves on, because the sun and its entourage will then meet up with it. Here we go. June, look at, we got the conjunction again of the two lovers in the sky. And then now we got this, the entourage going over. Look at there. Look at Venus went retrograde. Oh, she kissed him and went backward. Look at her. She didn't do it. Look right there. Let's see. Wait, where is it? It's there. So she must go retrograde in there. Anyway, so June, August of next year. Okay, so here we are a year from now. It's like now in the next mutable sign. And that funny, it retrograded all that, then it kind of sped through this last little part of the chart. All right, so let me, and we're spread out again, but I digress. Let me go back a year. Okay, so here we are now. Get my days. All right, so, but that's significant. That's a good thing to note, because that's a really good thing to know about your speech and speaking and communications and ideas and drive, and then what other people are going toward you as well. What else is going on here? We have this opposition. Mercury is just also that day, Mars moves into a new sign, and then Mercury makes an opposition over to Neptune. So, what do we have here? We've got a difficult speech. Let me see if I can do this, if it'll click on it. No, let me try this one. Try here. Oh yeah, there we go. Mercury opposition Neptune. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, if you don't, it says, you have a tendency, this is for a natal chart, but it says you have a tendency to be seduced into believing other people's ideas. You are confused in your own thinking and can be deceived. All right, so that was just the interpretation that this program has. But anyway, it's about deception. It's about, that opposition, when something, Mercury is facing, facing off, being opposed by Neptune. So there's some good to know on the 20th, this coming weekend. And again, it's not like always on the days, things are coming into it. So I would say just this whole week, is that energy is getting closer. And if you have anything at those degrees, at 24 degrees, that would tend to resonate that chord a little bit more. And look at what we got in conjunct here, the sun the day before would have just in conjunct Pluto. So that's kind of like little, All right, what else do we got here? So Sunday, yeah, Mercury gets off of there, but then Mercury then starts to trine over to Pluto. So that's interesting. So we've got Mercury getting maybe a disillusion, maybe a mixed message, maybe something else, but then it trines over, by Monday, it's trining over to the depths of Pluto. So maybe, I don't know, just what I would say, just from like, there's going to be some wrong information come out and then people are going to see through the bullshit, something like that. Maybe on a lot of different levels. There's going to be something deceptive thrown out, maybe coming into the end of the week. And then toward the weekend, maybe a lot of people will be like, what? No, some sort of reaction to it, a groundedness, maybe some, because then it moves into congruency with Pluto. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. All right. And as we close up the week, what else was I going to tell you? That's that one. And then right before next week, we've got, actually next week, we have the sun moving into Virgo. So then that changes. Mars changed, so we'll definitely have a different flavor. Mercury has gone away from the deception. It's like it's been done received, it's been done deceived, and it saw the light, and it met up with Pluto, and it saw the light, and then it moved past all that stuff, and then it's kind of like, whew, crap, glad I'm done with that crap. So that's kind of like the next week. So outline again, forward moving speech with Mars moving ahead. We got this, well, actually back up, we got the moon going over this group down here. So we have moon going over North Node and Uranus and Mars. So that could be interesting, emotional, you could be getting what you want, maybe sudden breakthrough or sudden idea, and then the energy to do it. That could be really cool. And then as Mars goes into that sign, you could, focus on getting a lot of ideas, putting that into speech, into positive thoughts, into positive mental things. Be aware of the whole structure of that forward moving Mars into all that busy Gemini stuff. It could be really productive. It could be really, really good. And if you focus on that part of it, when you see somebody running away with part of it, just understand that might be part of it, or somebody's real excited and they won't stop. It's like, that's why. So you can just diverge or whatever. Okay. So that's going to go on Mars, you get that energy. And then Mercury, there's something that could be a little fuzzy, a little bit, I got to think about this. I got to go sleep on it, and definitely sleep on it. Cause you'll see like we saw a day later, you get you get the Pluto depths, you get the transformative information, like, I knew it. So that's pretty much the gist of this week. It's all kind of forward moving. Look how spread out things are. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a lot of taste of stuff right now. Take advantage of this time. All right. Adios, amigos, amigos. See you next week. And have fun looking at your next week here. All right. Bye.